said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to another day of The Outer Worlds 2. I'm Mr. Apples and we are here to have some fun. And if everything works correctly, we should be in visuals. There we go. Let me continue where I left off. It's actually working. That's a miracle. If that one would actually catch up, that would be even better. There we go. The effect Frozen and Webbed will disable your ability to sprint or slide. What? Okay, so this is where we left off last time. Tap to tune into the radio. But where? Recruit the plumber. Kill Jan Dunsany. Recruit the automechanical doctor. Investigates uranium manufacturing. Take Abbott's message to the outpost. Investigate the NRA research. Dr. Frankie Billings. Search the refugee camp. Search the dock. Speak with Administrator Agarwal. Take the Abbott's message. Kill Edward. Kill Dunsany. Collection of rogues. Find cards. Pursuit of Furlong propaganda. Okay, I don't see where we. Oh.
Subscribed favorite.
There's a volume slider for the wireless. Okay. It's way quiet.
Odd, because it is the number 3 song this week. Consistency in your work is...
It's like super low. I'll boost it, see if we can...
wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now
Did you behold that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle?
The one Riley designed, right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious, even for him.
I'd give my tenure for an hour alone with it and a map.
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere, or it could be that he has his hand.
Okay, so that's just radio with useless stuff. Okay, good to know.
His hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
Does the truth matter? It won't bring back the dead. Your taking is better than expected. I think the abbot's just trying to cover his
You don't
ass.
strike me as a liar. Incompetent, though? I'll say this. If he's got insubordination brewing, he's well and truly screwed. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for.
Sounds about right. That's right
Thank
there.
you, Commander. We should move on, unless you've got something for me?
No, that's it. Okay, so we need to go to turn off this awful stuff. That's just horrific. Where's the place that we have to figure out? Am I just blind? Investigate? No. 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 Where the hell is it? Where's the place that we need to go? Use the astrogator. We've done that. That's all fine. Hello, Hex, and hello, Angel. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing today? I don't get it.
Not quite charged.
I hope you guys are doing well today.
Range, Serenium Manufactory, or
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
Of course I am. How did you know she sent me? May Huffstutler said us to speak with you.
May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already?
Hello, Archpriest.
This is about the exclusion
All
zone,
good here. How are you
correct?
doing? So far, so good. The voice of the displaced wants to resettle our people or is keeping the zone off limits for shady reasons. Talk to me like I'm not from around here.
Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy.
Good, been thinking
and
about
rightfully
Outworlds
off
too.
limits.
It's a
You
fun
see,
game.
The seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
She seems ready to accept responsibility for her actions.
Tell me, which of us has the title of administrant before their name? The responsibility is mine, as are the consequences. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
I think the voice acting stopped here. It's definitely better than it was in the first one. I'm still getting through the first one. that one is also hilariously bad and fun. You believe both sides will listen, then I'm in.
I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. This will work. It must work. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With
Well,
your
you
seasoned
kinda can.
perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
Yup. What can you tell me about the voice? Earlier you said it was foretold.
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
So if I learn about everybody's concern, I'll earn enough trust to resolve the dispute. I've spoken to a few people with valid concerns about the conditions.
These are the data points we need. Keep at it then. Precision is ever our ideal. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them. Form your own opinion. And when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
Actually, a legitimately sound strategy, even if it's completely based in nonsense. What the? How are you? This is completely useless. That's not sorting your mail, that's just stacking up your mail. An order provisioner appears actively engaged in providing food, medical. This place appear to have hired Sub Rosa proxies to fight frustrations stemming from order vicar appears actively engaged in educating the displaced. Do we have to talk to you again?
My time is yours. You may peruse.
Alright, we didn't have enough money. Recog, while in TTD, movement no longer drains energy. Kinda want that, but don't have enough money. Telescopic sight. Kinda want to pick that up just in case. Oh, the plasma cutter is so much fun. Looks familiar, right?
I see you return, brimming with more questions.
Can you tell me anything?
Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order, why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
Can't understand why I'm not seeing them here in droves. So you lack any substantial ways to aid the
There's
refugees.
nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
One person here will swear by the Order's predictive methods. Now as the other refugees come by, perhaps you should pitch in to help elsewhere.
One of our recent guests, Roland
Hello,
Nast,
Derek. Welcome,
has
welcome.
received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own
Roland
humble
Nast.
assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you. And perhaps, well...
Thanks for now.
No reason to read.
Is the bounty board? Oh, it's the elevator. Rolo. Think well before you eat your last Rolo, which is a Dutch name for candy, like a caramel chocolate candy, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict with an 8.23 margin of error that our
Where's Rolo?
Stop it with the predictions.
Ash, yes.
No multivariable calculus.
Every scientist
Nope.
yearns to visit the archive.
Nope.
One day, it will process all.
That's the novice. That's the useless dude. That's the doctor. Porcelain.
Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's Choice.
Easy, friend.
Nope, 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 nope.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how
All of these people standing around and you haven't shot any of them. I know, right? Aren't I the greatest and most kindest person ever?
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
Wasteland devoid of life? No.
Where's the bloody weirdo? I didn't know we had people up here.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
No, I don't want to keep my behavior in acceptable parameters. Ines, what do you want now?
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like.
You don't
Maybe
say.
may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Abbott is doing his best and not making the refugees earn his help. Why would Anti-Choice do anything out of the kindness of their hearts?
I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could be the enemy. We're doing what we gotta do to keep our heads on our shoulders. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
That's true. You're right. Let's ask these refugees if they prefer free food or having to work for
But
it.
nothing's ever really... I went through this and all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarchs. In all my years, I ain't encountered many folk who would extend a hand and expect nothing in return. I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange.
But you shouldn't have to bargain for help. I would have helped you regardless.
Maybe I misjudged the Earth Directorate after all.
You don't
Anyhow,
say.
if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
Okay. Again, useless chatter. Second time, Eunice. I'm keeping track.
Since the schism, the Protectorate has rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
Right, we don't have Brawny. What's this? Tiny. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Somebody's storing some liquor just outside the walls. Who is here that's not supposed to be here?
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
You'll take care now, you hear? Ah, that's loud.
Tomorrow's lecture on effective daily planning will be preempted by a 6-hour course in remedial differential geometry. Adjust your schedule.
Oh, there's Rolo Nas.
What caused the schism between the protectorate and the order?
Oh,
The constant
a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order projection. I mean, prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout
fashion.
Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
Novice Seer mentioned you had a good experience with the order prediction.
I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark.
POP.
It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
How accurate would you say the order predictions are?
I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that few times I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers. I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough.
Could just be coincidence.
Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times, something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water.
Forecasts just seem impractically vague.
You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, figuratively speaking.
Ever trust a man with that much mustache? I know, right?
But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Okay. What the hell is up here? Why can we climb up here? What's the point? Ooh. What else is up here? Because it doesn't seem like there's anything else up here. Oh, wrong button. Okay, who else do I have to bloody talk to? You
I
again?
can give you the time of day.
How are things?
Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to.
So no, you were not the one to talk to. Oh, we got more people here.
Go on.
on, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Don't do anything foolish.
You haven't seen my landmine supplier, have you? I hope he hasn't blown it. Kill me! And him if he doesn't show soon. What fine contraband might I supply you with this day?
What you got? Discount. Wow, I got a discount. Quiescence. Adaptive engineering, energy woven materials, blah, blah, blah. Plasma beam caster tracer unit. I totally know what that means. Plasma beam caster. Large plasma charge. 22 damage. 6.2 hits per second. That's a lot of ticks. Everyone in this game has such colorful hair. I know, I love it. So, weak spot hits mark your target, making them a priority to companions. Okay, that's kind of useful. $600. Let's get it and check it out.
You've done right by us. I respect that.
Nothing, nothing. Nothing. What? Who the hell do I need to talk to? You two? No.
What happened to this place? Where do we go now?
Nope.
Another refugee camp?
Nope.
Another colony?
Ruth was sought by calculating
Nope.
the position of every other situation. We can predict the future, control reality, and ascend to a state.
There is an art to cooking. Some people think soup doesn't qualify as a meal. Those people are incorrect and rude.
The paradigm.
Soup doesn't count as solid food.
Yes.
Okay, you have nothing new to say. What? Who the hell are we supposed to talk to? You?
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help? As a doctor, we don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things... Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
Anything I can do?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lamping. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
Can't wait to catch whatever's going around. Resolve the disagreement with the voice of displayed. Okay, so we need to talk to a horse. That's the coffee dude, right? Horse Lamping.
I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promises.
I'll be lurking, wrestling for a bit. See you soon. Good luck. Good news. Doc Holiday asked me to bring you some meds.
Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then.
What's it worth? No, I'm
If
just
it's
gonna
all
give
the
it.
same, I'll give it to someone in real need. I've got more practice ahead of me. Wouldn't you have my gratitude, stranger?
Apparently, I could have gone with an option to get some more money out of it. Hello, idiot.
Administrant Agarwal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
I'm ready to begin if you are. I'm not fully convinced that I should be in this position, but I'll try anything once.
Well, we tried to work things out on our own. Look where that got us.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands.
Nah. Sorry. I'd like to discuss what I found about the Order side.
Speak on then.
Rolonaut taught me a bit about the Order's predictions and their
Did
usefulness.
he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
Yes, he did. Convinced they should be followed. He said they weren't always accurate, but he was too scared to ignore them. Seems to me like the Order wastes a lot of time and energy on them. Rolo seemed convinced they should be followed.
Quite right. Rolo's co-occupant might have also supported our warnings, had he heeded them.
I don't know. You ask me, when it comes to these Order predictions, there's a lot of room between a probable and definite outcome.
There is? Spoke to the vicar.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
She's out of touch with people's actual needs, but then again, so is the Order. She values education, but I find her methods questionable. She means well, complex mathematics can be useful even to displaced.
Her mission is to uplift and enlighten.
Yes.
She's indoctrinating, not helping us. Can't you see the difference?
That's
Point taken.
actually true. Provisioner Plotnik informed me about the Order
You
effort.
actually got the Provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Hello, Mandy. Posted a screenshot of the quad black powder stuff I carry on the Discord. Awesome. Do you have a full wheel yet? Prisoner seems committed to ensuring the displaced want for nothing. She keeps the Matriarch's mercy supplied except for critical space and building supplies.
Fair enough. The Order does keep us refugees fed and plenty medicated. To give credit, as I do with blame, where it's due. I'm all ears, mediator.
I should have a full wheel. Awesome. You heard about this business with the sub-role altercation.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire sub-rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd, and I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help.
Overcrowding leads to frustration. Minor issues get amplified in unproductive ways.
Is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it.
Spoke to the camp doctor.
I understand he is rather short-handed.
No.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis?
Space. He has mastered tree sickness, but he can't cure
At
overcrowding.
Auntie's choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns.
Found evidence of a collapsed structure.
Collapsed. But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty.
Refugees shouldn't have to build in these conditions. These huts are crashing down. The vault lies with this place.
People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established Order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
I rule for the displaced. Their needs outweigh the danger the exclusion zone is theirs. I rule for the Order. They predict disaster, and I will risk their lives. I have no business making life or death decisions on anybody's behalf. I rule for nobody. Look, for the record, all of this is ridiculous.
Finally understand what we're dealing with, huh? For every problem, there's an obtuse, indirect solution.
Regardless of your misgivings, I ask that you follow your reason.
I rule for no one. I have no business making life or death decisions.
Are we to have a stalemate for the rest of our days? This cannot be what the prediction foretold.
You sure about this? I mean, talk about wasted effort on your part.
The entire conflict is a joke, and I want no part of it. Work it out yourselves or don't. I rule for the displaced.
Well, at least it's an honest answer.
Surprisingly unsatisfying as well. For once, the prediction was dead wrong. Mediation didn't help us at all.
It did.
Up, administrant. I'll buy you a drink.
Well, I'd say our business is concluded.
Okay. Apparently that was enough for that. Okay. I'll take it. Whatever.
Where do we go now? Another Another refugee camp? Another colony?
That was
Fond of these lodgings.
Do you believe
very unsatisfying. Let's make a hard save here. Where did it autosave? Did it autosave after the talking? Yep, it did. And that is before the talking. Am I?
You haven't seen my landmine. What fine contraband might...
I think this is before we talk to the idiot upstairs, isn't it?
We're all in this together.
you just keep your distance? The paradigm.
No, this is before we talk to the doc.
Welcome back. And as a we don't of course yes, I can treat sickness as it arrives. Just don't shake the man's hand.
Anybody needs me? I'll be right here, patiently awaiting my latest personalized order prediction.
I think I'll try not to sneeze on law. Fine. Now that you mention it, you do seem to be of a genuine sickly disposition. Here, buy your own medicine. This one's mine. Besides, I'm guessing you need something stronger for... You have my gratitude, stranger.
Thank you. See, that's how you make some extra money. Okay, we're gonna redo this conversation, but quickly. I would have had a full wheel if I did not sell some of the stash a few weeks ago. I forgot about that. How many more do you need, Mandy? Because I might have some more.
Oh.
Yes.
They say you asked around. Listen, agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the... Speak on then.
Rolo taught me about the prediction and their usefulness.
Did he also happen to mention they... I don't know. You asked me... You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to... She's in...
Point taken. Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Professor Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced.
Fair enough. I'm all ears, mediator.
The what now?
When
Need 3 more. I might actually have some.
Unquantifiably absurd.
Placed are penned in like animals. No surprise they're lashing out.
The fault here is my own. I see now that the displaced require guidance steeped in logic and reason.
I do have black powder rifles in remaining slots. That's still fun.
Yeah, anyhow. What was the good doctor's diagnosis?
You have people living on top of each other, which is a public health disaster.
We have ample room to space people out more, but only if we utilize...
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the...
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure.
I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Regardless of your misgivings, I ask well. If this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain.
Late to the party as usual. Hello, Dale. Welcome, welcome.
Please, be safe.
Not to worry, Administrant. Here.
You have acquired burst SMG. Okay. Oh, we level up. Oh, I like this way better than the other one that we didn't level up. We need 1 science. And we needed, what, like 7,000 points in hacking or something? An object with a difficulty at or below your skill level can be found. Speech checks with a difficulty. Let's get some gun. Would be good for a raid. Reload them all and shoot them all without reloading any. See how much health the Guardian loses with a full... I think it would lose an entire health bar. Because your build also makes them hit very hard. So I legitimately think that you could hit very hard. Prison burst assault rifle and burst SMG. I want to check this one out. Oh, what the hell?
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
That thing is huge.
Can't say I'm fine with
That's
these
what she said.
lodgings.
Do the rifles count as small guns? Yes. They are considered small guns.
Adjust your schedule accordingly.
So I can buff even more. Yep. You can use the bobblehead. You can do the perks that specific for small guns. You can use all the perks that are specific for riflemen. You can reverse onslaught.
Was there some other matter of import you wish to discuss? Other than the corporatists themselves, you best be wary
Sunset
of
Sarsaparilla.
cultists,
Yeah, even that.
scrappers, and, well, not certain about that last one.
May all your endeavors elicit.
And don't forget about psychotats.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
Psychotats actually help for damage. And they do drop in large amounts. You know, I have over 100 on me usually, or like around 100. Pirate, who squealed? What the frick? Oh, that's loud. And seems like I'm almost dead. Sheesh. Okay. That was a lot tougher than I gave it credit for. So this weapon was useless for what we do. And that worked. What do we have
Hope you're
here?
settling into the cotton store all right. You got everything you need?
Almost. Ever thought about bringing an Auntie's Choice vending machine on board? I ain't all that agreeable if I'm without my snacks.
I've got to introduce you to this novel appliance, the name of a refrigerator. You can store and draw from it without ever paying a bit.
Everyone knows a morsel tastes that much sweeter if you gotta pay a premium for it.
You have a very
Perhaps it would be advantageous to... No, that won't function optimally.
Ormond
There
Trenton.
a specific matter requiring discussion with me that cannot be postponed. I'm rather preoccupied at the moment.
Now, you definitely seem preoccupied. You're preoccupied arguing with yourself about the best way to dig a hole. Oh, I've seen so many games about digging a hole.
Yes, your assessment is absolutely accurate. Making a final decision over what to prioritize in the construction of this trench, given my current resources, has been a substantially more difficult task than I first estimated.
I thought the order solved this kind of problem with math.
Correct. In this case, standardized algorithms, which includes a Poisson distribution method, using the data we accrued from years of tracking the frequency of different attacks. Unfortunately, I find myself in the extremely unlikely and distressing position of having these algorithms inform me that every type of attack is exactly equally probable, and thus my dilemma.
What kind of threats will you be
Many,
facing?
unfortunately. Antis, human soldiery, raptidons, mantisaurs, scrappers...
Bad Faction Gorilla being the
even
most famous
wild
game where you dig a
arachnids.
hole?
In summary,
Yep.
many and varied.
That's a lot. Maybe just make the trench equally good or defending against everything. The human enemies are a greater threat in my opinion. I'd concentrate on them.
Well, that's good advice. I can tell by simply observing you that your combat experience is considerable. I'll take that under advisement before making a final decision. Auntie's forces have pushed us from our initial trench line into our fallback trench, thus making it the new... Despite the fact that That being said, we shouldn't need another trench line.
Shouldn't need? Isn't this an active
Our
war zone?
analysis shows us that Auntie simply lacks the resources to push through the current front line. However, there is a vanishingly slim chance that Auntie's has more resources in transit outside of the Arcadian system that we simply haven't accounted for yet.
Good luck with that.
Perhaps it would be advantageous to... No, that won't function optimally.
Got a door. Doors mean people or goodies. He doesn't mind, does he? No, he totally doesn't mind. Did we still pickpocket yet? Nope, we didn't.
Reason to reason with you. Show your work or shove off.
We still haven't chosen pickpocket yet. What do we have here? Ooh, workbench. Rejuvenation. 20% of incoming damage is removed from toxicity. Concussive mine. Explosive burst assault rifle. Fun. New recipes. That's a lot of new recipes. Sheesh. Light pistol silencer. No, that's crafting. That's the wrong one. We need to mod. Nothing there. We got nothing there. We got nothing there. Telescopic sight on explosive burst assault rifle. I do like me a proper sight. Last proof. Already have everything there. Have an extra holster on that. Become camouflaged while standing completely still. Disguise may be ineffective against... Oh, that's the stupid helmet one. Right. Malpractice. While crashing, gain damage, skills up to 40% with your medical skill. This one is range. Okay, we'll just keep that. Wait, what was that? Oh, magazine size. That's actually helpful. If we put an extra holster on that, we can actually use it. So, put that weird helmet on. And put the explosive one on, because that one has scope, right? Yes. Okay. I'll try that out. Okay. Sure. Leave your trash lying around so I can take it. I like that. Can we not take any of these crystals home? They seem rather valuable. Just a tiny sliver. Just a bit. More Spideys. More Spideys. You guys don't loot anything, so I might as well. What do we have here? More Spidey. Do not interfere with security operations.
If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby after that last attack.
Numbing agent number 7. Order suppressor.
Careful wandering the trenches there, stranger. Some board initiates might become confrontational. Just to have something to do.
It'll be fine. Didn't we come here to recruit somebody?
This situation is untenable. We aren't prepared to fight mantisaurs or deal with this magnitude of enemy incursion should they attack. I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches.
Okay.
I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of
Move on, freelancer.
No.
the entirety of this place.
Oh.
This dinosaur was at least 4 meters tall. Now probably closer to 6. Probably the biggest dinosaur.
Wasn't there somebody that we came here to recruit? What the hell?
Let's just do a study on how.
This is the last batch. Everyone is on edge since that last attack.
Now that is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes. You're gonna have to hold it in, friend.
There we go.
Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough.
Uh-huh.
They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing.
They need extra medical help in matriarchs. Mercy. Pipe doctor is probably close enough.
You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure
Requires
that I'm ready
speech
for that kind
5.
of
Son
challenge.
of a... Have your way, but this isn't over.
Well, always remember.
Son of a... Biscuit, do we have anything that increases our speech? We have nothing that increases our speed. Okay. No cams, no food. Damn it.
Starts in the bowels.
But we need to level up before we can recruit that idiot. Damn it. I knew I should have put that point in speech.
I was unaware our situation had become dire enough to warrant the employment of mercenaries. This is mildly distressing.
Chinese servos. Several weeks prior, his team commander gave me the order. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine.
You court slow, Commander.
You've gained crude biomass. Why can I not heal?
Before you injure someone.
Okay. That assault rifle actually seems useful.
Just give the signal.
Such disorderly conduct.
Free hole in the head.
Before you injure someone.
Who's talking over the speakers? Oh, that's a big boy. Oh shit! From a kit.
Knew you had my back.
Ow. Are you people gonna do anything? There's literally mantisaurs in your camp and you're not even doing anything.
Findings confirmed.
Are they finally engaging? They are finally engaging. It's a bloody miracle. How can I not use a... Damn. Why can I not use my inhaler? What is wrong with my inhaler? Why were you not working? I don't know why it's not working. Blood-soaked gothic helmet. That's great and all, but sheesh. I don't understand why I could not use my inhaler.
When I first joined up with you, I figured Milver Street and Carr knew you'd do a good turn for our folk eventually. Thought if I tagged along, it'd be good for my resume or some such. And it seems all of us were right. That relay ain't a threat anymore. But one thing I couldn't quite figure out all this time is what you were getting out of helping us.
Earth Directorate Agent, we are sworn to protect and to serve all people. So wrong, I had ulterior motive, honestly, I just didn't want that Warhawk and Narcissist doing unchecked.
Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate myself. You're the first agent I ever met, in fact. But you get things done. I trust you. As for the rest of your organization, can't really say. They hate corporations, I've heard that much. But what about you?
And I'd have to
You
argue,
believe in
Mandy,
their
that
policy too?
Dig Dug is the most famous game where you dig a hole. I don't know. I mean, Loadrunner makes you dig holes. I'm going to lecture you for your loyalties. That's what you're worried about.
No, I get that. If you wanted to, you would have done so already. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious about the whole keeping corporations and corrupt governments in check thing. Ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving.
Okay. We discuss some
How
personal
are we
matters.
talking?
What's it like? I'm thinking about your graph. What if Doc Tinsley's expertise wasn't enough? It's enough. Can you dig holes with C4 in Dig Dug? I don't think there's C4 in Dig Dug. But I haven't touched that in eons. What in the world is going on here? Scrapper's Den. Scrapper Ravager, triple barrel shotgun. I mean, he got his head bit off. This is another minefield. Kinda looks like a minefield. Quaker Cannon Round. After carefully removing the primer cap, large grain black powder pours out. You swiftly collect as much powder as you can carry. Yay! It 8 black powder. Yay! Uranium multiplier.
Look alive, Commander. Grab's ready if you need a house call.
Pretty sure there is some form of dynamite in the game. There are explosives, yes, but I don't know if it's C4. Apparently this one isn't very accurate for the single shot. Examine bone pile. The bloody and thoroughly picked over remains of what you can only assume used to be an AC trooper. Keen observer. Bag is thoroughly blooded but intact. It may be worth a look. Come on. Pick up bowler helmet. Sure. But we need keen observer. We need to level up significantly, it seems, because I need a speech and I need more perks. What in the world is that thing? Why do I keep hearing the kind of distant signal indicator thingy? Hazard, I guess. You found compression coils that Auntie's Choice went to the trouble of orbitably dropping into Dorado. They must be very important to somebody. They are so important that they left them lying around. Field testing log
of Chief Exploitation Behavioralist DeWitt.
This is entry number 8 of my scrapper preventative fieldwork. Unfortunately, it seems my heavy metal detritus drops mixed into the adrenatime cancels the intoxicating effects that the scrappers crave. Their leader was first to the drops-enhanced injections that I conspicuously left for them. And he ran through all 24 in barely a minute trying to cure the urge. He seized, turning steely gray, and then succumbed to some sort of severe blood poisoning. Though I'm confident it's completely unrelated to my heavy metal detritus drops, now the rest are in a frenzy hunting for... Why, hello. I didn't reckon you'd find me way up... Oh, no. I had nothing to do with... I said, no, please. Please. Ah!
Anybody know if the green cave is a bug? Green cave? What's a green cave? Outside of Highway Town. I don't know any green cave.
Narrowing sensor range. Focusing intensity. Focusing sensors. Scanning for quarry.
Like they forgot to put stuff inside.
Striving to pinpoint source. Determination. Spontaneous combustion.
Sure, definitely spontaneous combustion.
Triangulating source.
I'm all so sneaky.
Conclusion. Dematerialization through unknown means.
Damn it.
Of the area. Sent to family on record. Honing in on source. Continuing investigation. Opponents absquatulated.
Up to what now?
Instigating.
Let me handle this.
Disruptive influences.
An acid Ragoon taken care of. Ow. Okay, this is not working. Where's my shotty? Here's my shotgun. And where's my explosive rifle? That's there. There we go.
Recharging as fast as it can, Commander. Out of sight, Mom.
Oh shit. Why can I not heal?
Back in business.
There we go. Dipping in and out too, because mostly I doze off. Well, that's not good. Thank you. Are you dead yet? There we go. Son of a... Jan Dunsany's key. Lock on rocket launcher. Is it aim and forget? Because I like aim and forget. Oh, I should have eaten that instead of just picking it up. Upcycled headgear. Nope. Inhaler charge. Scrap metal. Lots of junk, lots of junk, lots of junk, junk, junk. There's somebody here, right? Yeah. Apparently we looted them at some point, I guess. Maybe, possibly. I don't remember looting the other dude. I probably did. Seems like something that I would do. Why is that locked? I don't want it to be locked. I want to enter that. I hate it when things are locked. This game is perfect for you because you don't have a carry limit. I know, that's totally right, Tingle Fairy. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. There is no weight limit, and that's the best. It's that there's just no other way around it. It is set and forget. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna need a hell of a lot more missiles. You have gained crude biomass. Well, that's nice of you. Is that another way of saying that I got fat? Bomb suit helmet. Base health lit fuse. If it can't be solved with a liberal application of a volatile material, it's not a problem worth your time. I agree. More rockets. I did a crude biomass in a toilet. Exactly. Meds I'm on kill my energy levels. By 8:30 to 9 I'm dozing off in front of my computer, so better just listen in bed. Yup. Marshal Zoe Fouts. Final log. Final entry. New directives are to withdraw and abandon out our order of the ascendant comrades in the field. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Is there anything here? It was just a kill order here, right? Yes. Okay. And then we had that dude there. And how far along are we for the level up? It's just over halfway. Darn it. The invocation of inclusive innocence. Okay, so if we walk dead straight from here, we'll pass through where we left to deliver the message. Okay? Now let's take that missile launcher out. That looks like something went poof. Looks like something big went poof. You're fine. Outpost opportunity. I don't think there's many people still alive here. Just call it a guess. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, you're not fine. You're totally not fine. That went from 0 to death in like 0.4 seconds.
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
I don't care what you say. Oh, let's make sure that we quick save after every little clear section. There wasn't anything in here. Oh, there is. Our efforts to land supplies from orbit. Blah 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 blah. Nope, 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 nope. Get out of the uranium exposure. Thank you. What? What the frick? Let's make sure that we wear the... Oh, I have to activate the shield. I keep forgetting. I'm like, we had something, a gadget to make our uranium exposure less, but that actually works if you put in the thing on the shield. Otherwise, it doesn't really do much. Now, does it? I have to read the missive again. This was not where we've been before.
Oh, a freelancer. I didn't know we hired any, but I'm glad to have you, especially after that last attack.
But outpost opportunity was right there, and now it's gone. Wait, how can it just be gone? My bits were in there.
That looks very not pleasant. Raptidon high. Grenades, grenades. Doop, 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 doop. What? Why? What the? We had 0 exposure. It didn't show any exposure. Fine, we'll go here then. Dispatcher?
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage?
Oh, the explosion from the landing pad.
Some kind of rocket attack, or maybe an orbital strike. Can't rightly say for sure, but it came from above and hit us hard.
Yeah, that was
Suppose
obvious.
You're looking for a way to help. I'm absolutely desperate, and I'm sure I could rustle up some suitable reward if you helped.
What you need?
We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of uranium poisoning. And the coils on our autodocs have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal.
Medicaments. The good news is I can help you with some of the needed compression goals right now.
Fortuitous. This feels like my first bit of luck in ages. It's a start. Thank you. Please, come back when you found more.
I will. Collect compression
Sounds like
coils.
these coils will keep this triage from becoming a morgue. Let's get to scavenging.
That's the plan. Especially the scavenging part.
I just threw up all over my shoes, and the laces are melting. Why are the laces melting?
Why are the laces melting? Well, don't ask me. Corporate Trooper.
Thank God. It's Barnabas.
Strewn about this station are all manner of caustic, volatile, and medical-grade chemicals. All it would take is a spark of ingenuity or practical knowledge to create something deadly. Let science guide your hands. Years of study and experiments fills your mind with possibilities. Forsake the measurements, they only exist to impede your brilliance. Predictable processes create predictable results. Craft biomass? No, brilliant. Impressive. Such a creation will be the envy of your peers and the finality of your foes. What did we craft? What did we craft? Smoke grenades. Well, that's not very great. I was expecting like mini nuke grenades or something. Oh, smoke grenade.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked?
You all right, officer? We saw the impact and got over here fast as we could. If there's anything we can
do to part you from your bits while you're desperate? Yeah, I know your type. You go private, but then lurk in the shadows like manta wasps looking to prey on easy marks. You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot?
I'm Earth-directed agent, and when we see catastrophe, we must lend aid.
What? Is that like some kind of contractor? Are you looking for a job? Because I have neither the requisite paperwork nor the time to fill it out. Go hustle somewhere else.
Herder sent me to help. As a gesture of goodwill, they didn't attack you. Life in Auntie's Choice sure does make you cynical. I mean to render aid for free.
Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that?
Just the order Abbott sent me as an emissary to convince you. Honestly, I'm not, but the monastery Abbott asked me to come, and he seemed
Well,
sincere.
I suppose I appreciate your honesty, but even if I believe you, so what? The damage is done, and it's not like I'm mounting a counterattack.
He wants you to contact your spirit to make sure things don't heat up or escalate. Wasn't for you have a new enemy slaughtering your people.
Seriously? You expecting me to ring up and you've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long.
That's fair, but a good word certainly won't hurt. What will it take to make that happen?
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you was someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me.
Oh no! All that's going on, and you're worried about you.
Well, who else should I be worried about? Do you have any idea how abysmal that's going to look on my next employment review? You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions.
Interesting.
Encourage me to take your side. Absolutely. Bits are a bond that buys a broad bevy of believability. Auntie says so herself.
Intriguing offer, but I'd rather keep talking about the problem.
You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work.
There's
been a murder at one of our forts. Troopers accused of poisoning her senior officer. Problem is, I'm ready. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for.
What else you got?
This is going to make no more sense for me saying it than it's going to make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message.
Sure. Fair enough.
Now, you know,
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
My point. Solve one of Durban's problems. Well, I kind of want to do a little more than one. Help the Mantisaur in charge. Help to solve a murder. And we need to find more of those weird coils. What you got? What you would call it? Okay. I think we can do that, right? Why do we only have 2 weapons? Oh, because we got that weird helmet on. That looks like a crashed ship or something. Right? Yeah, let's check it out. Seems like a fun place to explore, right? Sure. What could go wrong? Economy drone helmet. Coolant tanks. No compression coils? I really was expecting a couple of compression coils in here. Guess I misjudged. Aha! No. Really? Ooh. Pneumatic piston. Automatic burst SMG. Biotic screen. And nothing. Well, that's not a good place to park yourself. Okay. Sure. What in the world? Corporate Mantisaur handler. Aimed Mantisaur drone.
So much nutritional value and basically everything a growing mantisaur needs. Oh, but they're so cute.
They're so cute. No, they really are not.
The climate here is a mite more agreeable than Cloister. One good thing about being assigned to the mantisaurs here.
They got corporate stamps painted all over their backs.
Hey, Choppy. Hey, kindly take a couple steps back, friend. This time with my precious mantisaurs is sacred.
Aimed Mantisaur drone. Eat some more meat. Yeah, I don't really think that they are actually paying for it. What do I know?
they'll name you employee of the fiscal quarter.
I bet they won't. Alright.
No! Oh, whichever void brain know-nothing decided mantisaurs are more cost-effective than troopers did not include the loss of my patience in the budget.
Well, your patience isn't valued at monetary rate.
Whee!
Really? I'm back. How many times did you die? 5 times? 4 times? Something like that.
Thank law, Fort Endurance still stands. We ought to check in.
Welcomes you to...
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
Time is bits, bits is time. Or R, that is.
I am a go-getter. I'm gonna go get your stuff. Oh, we're still detectives, aren't it?
Well, if it isn't our favorite contractor.
Purple berry crime. Body disposal directive. Gun receiving a place for trooper stationed at Fort Endurance that the smell of the bodies. Dump the bodies or you'll demote it.
You ain't got clearance to come this way.
Me.
Are
you saying what I'm saying right now, Commander?
Honestly, Bradford, I've no notion of how to cool
Strategic Adjustment Executor Wojciech.
So I'm in charge.
You're in charge? But you're in charge?
Yes. I hope you're not here to apply for employment. I'm already overwhelmed by the sheer volume of peons I'm forced to oversee. And if you're here as a spy,
Peons.
know that the temporary ceasefire is on tenuous footing. So if you stay, it's likely just a matter of time before I'll be stringing
I
you
think
up.
this thing in your skull is affecting your judgment.
Enemy Scrutinization Officer Durbin. What does he want with me?
With you, nothing. I was sent to find some kind of head mantisaur.
Well, in that case, your business is with both my commander and me. But I'm being rude.
Of course you
Allow
are.
me to introduce Strategic Adjustment Executive Wojciech, Senior Most Representative at Fort Endurance.
Yes, click to you too. Nice to meet you, but you're busy. Good one. For a second I thought you were serious seeing a mantisaur in charge.
Now you're starting to sound like some of the wagabouts I've got under my command. Why would I be anything but serious? Executive
you're a
Wojciech
moron.
has been part of this unit since he was just a pupa. As he grew, he's shown exceptional bravery, stoic stalwartness, and strong leadership. It's earned him promotion after promotion, until our last battle against the Order deprived us of our former chief executive and left him as the senior most trooper.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The executive welcomes you, but would like to know why Scrutinization Officer Durbin sent you here.
He said there's some kind of dispute over who's second in command. Really? So you speak mantisaur? Me too! Click, clickety click.
You may mock, but I am sincere.
Oh,
I
am
can
I?
speak as easy to him as I can you on account of my graft. He emits pheromones that my antenna can detect. He wouldn't be much of a commander if he couldn't communicate with the troops.
Hey, Commander, it's my professional opinion that we should back away slowly. This guy's craft is either messing with his gray matter, or he's messing with us.
I agree. Seems like he's pretending.
That is exactly what he's doing.
Designer Bradford, you've been warned about disrespecting the chain of command.
And you've been reminded, repeatedly, that I'm not under your chain of command. I'm technically under the Mantisaur, but that's got nothing to do with you.
I agree.
I just wanted to make it clear to our newcomer that you are full of shit. You've always been full of shit, and you will always be full of shit. So you're best ignored entirely.
That is quite enough, designer.
It seems like somebody has a morale problem. Is that right? Are you full of shit?
Of course not. I'm just a lowly trooper acting as interpreter. Otherwise, surely these folks would have figured it out by now.
Figured it out. Unfortunately, I'm the only one willing to say it to your face.
Yes, well, please excuse our curmudgeonly biologist. She's been a pill ever since the promotion that made Wojciech outrank her. Still, that ugly moment behind us. Executive Wojciech has an assignment we're desperate to have done, but it can only go to someone outside our chain of command.
Ugh, not this crabble scat again. There is zero chance you're right. Zero. And this brilliant assignment of yours didn't go so well for the last group.
Does this have anything to do with solving your leadership problem?
Yes. I have been trying to get Durbin to relieve this duo of command for months. But the lives they've lost with this insanity finally got his attention.
Bradford, how dare you undermine me? I mean, us, like that.
Your real reason I'm here. How do we
Well,
solve it?
if you're competent enough for Durbin to send you, then unlike the others, you can probably survive this fool's errand. And what better way to prove Wentworth is lying?
Wojciech can sense that there are some kind of mutated mantisaurs over yonder, and he wants us to secure one of their pupas to raise as his own.
Oh, stop it. Even if he could ask for a pupa from a rival nest, he'd probably just eat the law-be-damned thing to cut down on competition. But the only way to prove it to our command is to have you run this fool's errand. Once it's...
That it...
Yes, sir.
So you want me to get a mutated pupa? Okay. If you can convince your own supporters.
We need to do that, and I and Executive Woj.
Excuse? Apologies for my outburst.
Hey, what?
Nothing of your just ignore him. He was clever enough to pretend that graft lets him talk with the beast. So overnight, he upstarted from simple trooper to de facto...
You know it's impolite to whisper.
But I've studied him extensively, and it is most assuredly nothing but a play for power.
That's what I see.
I'm not surprised. You seem sharp. So, if you know he's lying, then you understand that conversely, the scientific value of studying the mutated pupa he wants is exponential. Bring it to me. And not only will I match any reward he offers, but you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that it will serve a much greater purpose.
I have to do better than simply matching his offer.
I'll have to... Oh, fine. Just, please.
Hey, one of my favorite cereals starts out just like this.
Oh, can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it anyway. Need something, Commander?
That's it. No, where's the... Oh, there you go.
I wouldn't give for a big bowl of purpleberry crunch right now. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Nope. You people are all insane. That's all I'm saying. Crossbow card. And here they say that I'm the one that's insane. The security officer Abner.
What have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's Choice if you tried. Durbin sent you? Why? You certainly ain't a certified pre-inhumation inquisitor.
All of Auntie's door. Doctors are slammed with wounded, so I'm the best you got.
Oh, lovely. And just what is it you think you can do for me? You ain't even carrying a masticating tissue scrutinator. You just gonna guess what manner of poison killed folk?
Little sleuthing, why don't you tell me what happened?
So far as I can tell, it's a simple case of killing to get ahead. Chief Cuddy and Trooper Bardot were sharing a table for supper. There was nothing wrong with the food. The whole fort ate the same thing. And 10 minutes later, Cuddy was bloated, discolored, and looking all to law like he'd been poisoned. There are no other suspects, just Bardot. She swears she's innocent, but they always say that. And I can't possibly figure how that could be.
Because you're an idiot. Did you do an
Yes.
investigation?
I walked over, saw Cuddy's body, saw Bardot screaming her fool head off, and Now, I'm waiting for a specialist to affirm my theory, so I can get on with my other 1,000 duty. You're honest.
You're the best I'm gonna get, and I'm pretty sure he just had an allergic reaction. But what do I know? I don't want any of that. Oh, wait, what was that at the bottom? Oh, let's use this thing. Help solve a murder.
Hey, you...
Hi.
Hey, stranger. Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch.
That's not the story. And you'll be happy to hear that Durbin and me to sort this out.
Durbin! Oh, that's great! He's bound to see the truth of this and let me go. Abner's trying to pin this on me, and it ain't right.
Seem like you're telling the truth. Why are they accusing you?
I've absolutely no notion as to why. I've never been in no kind of trouble. I'm a good employee, I do my job, and I don't complain. And honestly, I actually like Chief Cuddy. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it.
And who else had motive and opportunity?
I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now. We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and
allergic
died.
reaction.
I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder. It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty stew.
Yeah.
Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner. No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So, I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy.
Okay, let me try.
He will.
Sealed? What? Do we need to talk to? Report back to Durbin? No. We have EE.
You, the get-and-go-getter. I'm offering deals so good, they're worth crawling under the bullets and over the barbed wire it took to get here.
Bonnie the Battlefront Barker.
Welcome to Bonnie's Barely Above Board Battlefield Bazaar, brought to you by Auntie's Choice. We know consumers are highly discerning in how they spend their bits in an active war zone, and I really appreciate you dodging literal bullets to bring me your business.
I think she has
a gratitude. I'm offering you and only you a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime, exclusively discounted rate of 4/5 of Auntie's standard profiteering rate.
Yeah. Oswald uniform. Slippery slider, 10% slide distance while sliding. Uranium manta wasp, a pet for your ship. Ooh. Yes. I'm sorry, but I'm getting that. Oswald helmet, don't care. Air-cooled machine gun. Don't care. Advanced decryption key, we need that. Burst SMG, explosive rounds. Nope. Heavy marksman rifle. Nope. 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 Air-cooled machine gun, sawed-off barrel. drone armor. Nope, 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 nope. So you got nothing useful otherwise. Retailored gear. Bounty gains decreased by 50%. Don't really care. Yeah, we can use those later, maybe. Bit of the alcohol. 100% Crabble. Terrible. What do we have here? The joke of making a mantis or an anti-stupor just stop being funny. Bonnie's Vault Key. Lockpick 8. You're Bonnie, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need to lockpick Bonnie, or pickpocket Bonnie, I guess. But we still don't have the pickpocket skill. Anybody in here? Means we can take it all for me. It's all for me. Why the hell did you paint this green? Okay. Sure. That's very bright. Another barrack. He's just snoring out there. Bugger all. I don't understand why they paint everything green here. Very disturbing, very bright. What do we have? Bypass shunt. Activate.
Well, hello there, consumer. If you haven't yet, you should be sure to avail yourself of our retail opportunities downstairs. You here for the view?
Helping the docked outpost opportunity gather compression coils.
Of course. I've seen about every meter of this rock by one means or another. So if you're looking to bargain, I'm sure I've got info for you. Say 250 bits per location. It landed over by some particularly aggressive creepy crawlies.
Kill me another one.
Is over near some kind of zealots or cultists or something. Find them. The last is a pretty little place I like to call the Crystal Overlook. Can't miss them.
Thank you for the tip. I'll pay biddies just to get that. Saves me from having to search for days. Talk to Frankie Billings, Doctor's Insides, collect compression coil. So that straight is where the dock is? That looks very toxic. Like very, very, very toxic. I don't think we're supposed to use this path. Yeah, there's the pinging again. It sounds like a satellite ping. Cautions uranium. You don't bloody say. You never have been one for using the road. Well, why would you use the road? That's boring. Frankie Billy.
You lost, stranger?
Hello, Sprat Catcher.
I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. What are you? Order? Protectorate? Anti?
Earth Directorate.
Really? An Earth Directorate agent? I have no idea what that is, but okay. Me? I'm a Sprat Trapper. Cute little things, but their tallow and hides fetch a high price. Used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow.
How about you work for me?
Gregory? Well, I'm glad to hear he's still kicking. Loyal customer. Very particular about his sprats. These being hard times, I've had to raise my prices. Gal's gotta eat, and I don't care for sprat meat.
Observation, speech, intimidators. Also steep. Welcome by
Trust me. Pleasure doing.
Oh.
Hey now, that's mine. Excuse me?
No, it's not. Was not bolted down, so it's totally mine now. It wasn't marked as stealing, so it's even more mine.
Acting like I'm not even here.
Yes. I am acting like you're not even there. Because you're not giving me any trouble for taking any of it. Damn it. It.
Happy to help. Discreetly.
That little shit go. Aha, got you. Oh, we should have gone there first. But the compression coils are literally all over. It doesn't really matter. Dead ahead. Maybe over there?
Overheard what you said earlier, that nobody wants Auntie's choice here. Maybe not right now, but that tune will change once these folks see just what we're offering them. Freedom.
Freedom at the point of a gun don't strike you as a mite forceful?
So liberation is only acceptable on your terms. Is that it?
It's acceptable when we do it because the people ask for our intervention. That's kind of the whole point of the Earth Directorate.
You say that, but we both know that ain't why you or the commander came to Arcadia in the first place. What was the plan? Take what you came for and leave these folk to their fate? No. I think it ain't so much that the Earth Directorate only goes where they've been asked. It's more about what serves their interests. So, who's really the moral party here?
I ain't gonna be lectured by a corporatist. Find someone else to bluster at.
Nobody is the loyal or the correct one. We're all crooked in every single manner, including me. Light fortification. What the hell's blight? Uranium mantle. Oh shit. Where are you at? Get back here, you little turd nugget. That's the wasp done.
Ready if you need a house call.
Really? There we go. Oh boy, what do we have here? More Mantisaur.
Let me handle this.
Oh! Sheesh.
Medkit coming your way.
Thank you. And we're crashing again. There we go. Now let's see how we get up here. Get that little oil thingy. Auto dock compression coil. There we go. What do we have in this little can?
Oh, you're gonna regret trading blows with me.
Where the hell did you guys come from?
Yeah.
Scientist. Hello, scientist.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook? Really shores up the foundation.
Nothing.
Fundamentals.
Scientist. Very
Working hard,
generic.
hardly working. That's rhetorical. You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
Yes, I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna go get all the goodies. Abundantly clear fragments are remarkably chaotic. You people are your just use. Okay, good to know. Search for a pupa. That'll be a thing. No, no, okay. That doesn't look great. I think we better go the I wanted to say go the other way around, but it doesn't seem like there's much to go around at all. Maybe we need to go down into that little chasm below. One that's looking very yellow and poisonous. Or we should just cross over and go there. Oh shit.
Back in practicing some battlefield medicine.
Well, I'm not looking alive for much longer, it seems. Where did it go? Where did the little turn nugget go? Oh, there you are. What the hell are you doing way over there? There we go. This looks very ominous and deadly. Yup. Definitely deadly. Body found. Yeah, don't say. I don't know who's complaining about a body that's been found. Branch digging clothes. Branch digger headgear. Several weeks ago, we accidentally ruptured the uranium gas container. Forced to evacuate the area. Well, that's why it looks all yellow here. Was it me? I didn't blow up anything. A lot of bodies. Like a lot. And where do we go from? Oh. Who the hell's hiding back here? Oh. Ah, got you. Where the hell did you come from?
Let me know when you need a distraction.
How are we not doing any damage to that?
Grass raring to go.
Gotta fix me up first.
Let's get you healed. Someone call for a medic.
Come on. Get up. Hey. There we go. Is that it? Finally done? Oh. There we go. Now we're done. Yeesh. Trusted by something or someone, I guess. Make sure that everything is reloaded again. Mantisaur nest. Oh god. That's never gonna end well.
Looks like a fight. Grass back in business. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
I do like this shotgun because it saves me so often. Now we need to find a pupa in here somewhere. Bird. That stupid light is making it impossible for me. I don't see them. Hit. Ow, 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 ow. Those are some damn big bugs. I know, and they are painful. They hit hard. Mostly because I suck, but they were not friendly at all. I did not bring a bug stopper, bug smasher. Damn that bug for sending us out here. This poor trooper has been horrifically shredded by Mantisaur claws. Upon closer inspection, you notice there are undetonated grenades in his bowels. Though whether this was some dramatic last stand or simply how the body collapsed is anybody's guess. We leveled up? We have not leveled up. Darn it. How close are we to leveling up? Oh, like 2 points out. Mantisaur pupil. What we came here for? Nope. Otherwise, the marker would have been gone. Oh boy. Kind of end us in here fighting more of these idiots. Yep. More Mantisaur growth. Hello, Lanthar. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? been alright. How's it going? Painful. It's going, but it's very painful. And now we're still shooting at something. These killing bugs. It's just like Campfire Tales. Well, I mean, it's not just like Campfire Tales. We needed speech 5. But we needed the other one that we needed up here. Science? Observation. We needed speech 5. And let's just get science. Can we apply 1 point? Yes. Oh, we can save 1 point. That's actually good. Intimidate? No. No. After dropping to 1% or less, get it and care. Keyhole. And also look at stuff. Pickpocket. Yes. He's hunting back. Out here in Appalachia, there are spiders and some stuff. Today, I'm gonna get my class something. Only 9 more hominid try to go. I'm hunting bugs. Bugs of all kinds. They come out at night and they're cool at all times. Although these bugs are not cool, they are just painful. They look cool, but they're very painful. Air-cooled machine gun. Sure. Black jacket. Native species. Sound radius. Damage resist. You no longer take damage from burn. Instead healing while burning. What are we wearing now? Last stand. Critical defense while below 50 health. Let's go with that one for now. Oh, wait. Ooh. Oh. That looks fun. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. Come on. Come on, cookie. No. Where's this stupid pupa? Hardened / proof plate. How can we equip it? That looks like a piece of a car someone turned into a gun. I don't know. It looks fun and seems to be something that would hit well, hit hard enough. Really, what's with this Wild Wild West music? Wild Wild West. Pick up Ziranium Mantisaur Pupa. Please tell me there. Ah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, overheated. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Ow. Ow.
Help me end this fight on my...
No. Run. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, we can't eat it now. Of course we can. Oh. Okay, that's painful.
Mantisaur's inbound, Commander. Oh, they're coming from everywhere.
And we sneak out. Please tell me we can. Unfortunate. I have Ziranium poisoning, which doesn't help. That's completely useless. Heavy armor, so it does keep us alive a little bit better. And it does have this. Okay, so it's not useless. It's actually keeping us alive. Where's the sneaky one there?
Let me know when you need a distraction.
I ran out of ammo at the last shot. So we have to sneak.
Bound, Commander. Oh, they're coming from everywhere.
Yeah. We need something that deals better damage. Let's see if that works. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. We can use the missile launcher. I feel like that shotgun isn't as good as you think it is. It's what's keeping me alive. So it's not terrible. And that's the best I can think of right now.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get this.
Damn it.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Yeah.
Hit the broadside of a freighter.
Happy to help. Discreetly. Let's get you healed.
Stupid bugs. This thing is definitely working. A lot better against these bugs. Uh-oh. That didn't sound great. That didn't sound great. Tell me that there's no big angry mama around here somewhere. Not the mama. Lockbox. Oh, she's kebab. Shoot. Shoot. Go away. You're not fast travel now. We have to go out right there where they are. That's not. Damn it! Nope, 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 nope. Can't touch this. No, 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 can't touch this.
All charged up.
Red.
Auntie's choice is the best.
Auntie's choice is the best.
Better than all the rest.
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
Where was that drill sergeant? Auntie's choice that really isn't the best. They are idiots like all the rest. Okay, we made it out of there alive. It's a bloody flipping miracle.
Since you ain't too fond of Auntie's choice. Any reason why?
Maybe on account of them being a giant, malignant corporate entity. Reminds me of the one I grew up under. And that ain't a compliment.
I grew up under a corporation like Auntie's too, Niles. You ain't the only one with a sob story.
And you might ought to know better than to throw in with Annie's. They're just like those bit-pinching bastards on Triangular. If the Earth Director hadn't stepped in.
Well, there you have it.
Yep.
The Earth Director.
You ran like a coward, but you lived. Hey, I don't care.
No, suppose
Rather a live coward than a dead hero.
Don't you look down your nose at me. Any sane folk would throw their lot in with the ones who helped them. Not those who deliberately look the other way. How's your
Hello again. Have you brought me the pupa?
I did. Want to know why you want it so badly.
Auntie's choice has bred mantisaurs as weapons for decades. They've gone through a number of refinements, but they're functionally the same mantisaurs we began with. What's more, we have never witnessed them mutate in any meaningful way. Not in our labs, not in the wild, but here, on Dorado, they've done something remarkable. Inundated with zeranium from the river, the mantisaurs here have evolved adaptations that have never been documented before. I intend to be the first to do so.
Fascinating. Good luck on your research. Thanks. I'm not sure.
Instead, I'll be...
Shush. You.
You've returned. I mean, we knew you'd return. We've been waiting. Did you bring the pupa for me?
I did, but I've decided to give it to the biologist.
That is a dangerous proposition, stranger. You risk the rage of Executive Wojciech if you don't follow his instructions.
Yeah, he doesn't. His rage, you say? That's actually quite a terrifying prospect. I'll risk it.
Oh, thank law. You've made the right choice. And the research I'm going to do with this little beauty will allow me to retire. Rich, respectable, and powerful.
Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite us. Or grow up to bite us, rather.
Mantisaurs, eyes up, troops! A mess of the bastards are coming from the east.
Did they follow those folks back from that nest?
Yep. Okay, you're gonna die. Okay, so Wojak is actually standing his ground better than I thought he would.
Alright, you bastards, come out!
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna be picking Manosaur bristle out of my rotators for a week.
Yes, you are.
Well, let's see who's left in charge and yell at them.
Well, that certainly was a horrific bit of chaos. But you made the right decision by giving the pupa to me. The research value it will provide is enormous.
You believe the research value will be worth all this. I can't help but feel like I've made a huge mistake in getting involved.
Let the money you've made assuage your concerns. To be sure, it's focusing on my wealth and status my future promotions will bring that comforts me in the presence of all the dead. Yes, you have your bits, and I will have a long, illustrious career spanning decades. Perfectly for both of us. And now, you should...
Uh-oh, get ready, people. We may have trouble.
More?
Alright, you bastards, come out!
Come out, wherever you are. I want to shoot you every time.
Closing in.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook?
Really shores up the foundation.
Wojak survived, which is impressive. Not gonna lie, impressive.
You, the getting go-getter. I'm offering deals so good, they're worth crawling under the bullets and over the barbed wire it took to get here.
Yes. It's so easy to see. Just like we love it. Ta-da-da! Whoop. Nope. Oh, Wojak is nearly dead. That was not really what I wanted to do. Naughty, naughty. I don't know what you're talking about.
You, the getting go-getter. I'm off.
Hi.
Welcome back. What can I get you?
Show me what you got. We've got 3390. We sell 4111. Tossball uniform. Just no. Tossball helmet. No. Ankle biter. Light distance. It's still okay. Air-cooled machine gun. Air-cooled machine gun sawed-off barrel. Enables firing while sliding, mantling, or sprinting. Increases recoil, spread, and movement speed while aiming. Racing unit. Weak spot hits. Mark your target. I don't care for that. Like, not even a little bit. Leo the Hunt. Ammo type shells. Slug thrower. Fires a single heavy damage projectile. Great against armor. Oh. That looks fun. Trench digger, filter, filter. Yeah, we'll keep that heavy on us for now. It actually did help a bit. Cannot sell stolen products back to their original owner. Oh, that's funny.
Nobody in their right mind is gonna believe I talk to these things now.
No, because nobody in their right mind would consider even believing you
You ain't got clearance to
at
come
the
this
first
way.
part.
One step more and you die.
What are you hiding there? I want to know what you're hiding there. Yeah.
Happy to help. Discreetly. Out of sight and on the way.
Which armor are we? Yeah, we are wearing the Nick suit. It galls the sense that I'm forced to take time from my busy day to tell you dolts this. Oh, that's the chief that died from food poisoning, or... No, not food poisoning. What was it?
Recharging as fast as I can, Commander.
Dude that died from allergies. That's it. Oh, I don't want to level up. Well, now we could take the easy way sneaking out. Because we're lazy. Oh, there it is. 232 meters that way. That's the sniper. That's the shotgun. And that's the electric burst weapon. That's a distraction device, right? Yeah. Okay. Wait, what's down here? Have we been down here before?
Can't say I was expecting to see it. Hello, friend. Welcome to the most beautiful half-built landing platform on all of Dorado.
We have not been here before.
Simple, friend. You see any sergeants barking orders? Any of those spidery crystal critters lurking in the rocks? Any order forces storming the area? No, you do not. The perfect blend of just close enough to the base to be safe, but not close enough for any officers to get nosy. And I still get paid the same as if I was a frontliner.
Sounds like easy bits.
Ah, there's the real beauty of it. They won't. The Order's anti-air guns are a damn sight better than we expected. There's no reason to finish the landing pad on account of nothing can land. Command won't go back to building it until the war is won. Then I'm in no danger of being shot anyways. Maybe I'll even get a promotion for doing such a good job keeping this place safe.
Uh-huh. And the Order's anti-air guns really giving you that many problems?
Oh, no doubt about it, friend. They've been blasting our landing craft out of the sky right, left, and center. I can't even imagine the total cost of it all. But as long as my bits keep rolling in, why should I care? Someone else is getting demoted for that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to my favorite pastime, doing absolutely nothing and getting paid for it.
Yeah, I can see that as a favorite pastime. I'd rather do something, but that's just me. Even if it is barely the bare minimum, it's still better than doing absolutely nothing. Oh, that's the lift up to the base. Yep. Okay, let's go there. 100 meters. Ah. Corporate hireling.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Careful! That cave is chock full of arachnids. I'd stay away if I were you.
If you're planning on heading into that cave, I recommend finding some other place to practice your big game hunting. It's a mite dangerous even for pros, let alone amateurs. Fair question. There's too many to take head on. Gotta catch them alone. Stalk them carefully. Turn the hunter into the hunted, one by one. These aren't run-of-the-mill critters. With their razor-sharp claws and gleaming carapace, arachnids possess a terrifying kind of beauty. They really are the...
Thanks for the heads up. Do we have any weapon that can deal with that a little bit better? No. Emergency stop might actually hit harder. It's damage 31. That's not enough. 40, so that hits a tiny bit harder. Oh, Cleo the Hunt. Let's see what this one does.
Yeah.
Stop that scrounging around.
There's mines all over the place. Now this is not a silent weapon, so that's not gonna work well for sneakily taking them off. But we might not even need to. Oh no, I hear critter. Oh shit! Okay. I thought it was a body. I thought it was a little dead one. Not a very much alive big one.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Grass raring to go.
Here they come again.
Look alive, Commander.
15 shotgun shells left. That's not good. In and out.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Yeah.
Grass
they gonna stay there? I missed a couple. Damn it. We need to get rid of this Iranian poisoning that we have, because having half of a recovery bar isn't enough. We have everything now. Okay, go, 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 go!
My aftermarket parts are primed.
Ain't nothing there. No, no target. Can't just shoot in the thin air.
Yes, you can. You totally can just shoot in the thin air. Deliver to dock. Or go there for more coils. Let's go there for more coils. If we find a medic along the way, even better. Oh, crap.
You came at us from the scrapper's side? You must be more than a mite brave. Or foolish. They're dangerous. I don't envy their handlers.
Oh,
Takes all sorts.
dude. Kindly get the hell out of here. Wait, I don't have any. Oh, that is the distraction device. Okay.
Was that really necessary?
Yes.
Was that really necessary? Heard something. I think I'll cut the red wire. You ain't doing what I think you're doing, right?
I don't know what you think I'm doing.
Wow, I ain't seen one of these in years. Ears are still ringing. You really did just crack that door right in front of my lamps. Fortunately for you, I got very specific orders to stop anyone from stealing. So just don't say there, friend. You came from only thing between me and a double promotion was the people.
There we go.
Most opportunity.
Only nothing happened. Can't prove anything. Didn't see nothing. Can't prove nothing.
Really? I'm not hiding. It's called biding your time.
What? There we go. That works. None of you is a medic, right?
me more than I might break. Or foolish. They're dangerous. I don't envy their handlers.
What do we have here? You broke into his bunker and he don't even care. Well, he had to stop people from stealing where he could see it. We didn't see it, so I wasn't stealing, right? Makes sense. I like that kind of rational thought.
Where'd them wires go I was gonna scrap? They was good wires. You ain't take them, Cogs.
Hostile there.
Taking position.
Okay. They just ran away. That's good for me.
Time to earn my commission. There's my position so I can take the adrenaline.
I like it when they just run away. Where did they go? God damn it. There we go. Right in the face. There's one more, but I don't see him. Nope, I don't see him at all. Where the hell did he go? He's even better than me at evading. Are you there? Oh no, it's just right. Order interceptors. Order interceptor. That's my pistol. It is. Betty, 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 Betty. Chroma kit. Yes. You're definitely gonna need more of those. What the actual fudge is that? Liquid xyranium. That doesn't seem like a good thing to have floating around.
Think
Seems
the
like
cult's signaling that we ain't welcome here. But I ain't too keen on heeding signs.
Decommissioned autonomous extractorium. Okay. It is. So what do we have here? Cult of the Lamb or something? Goody, 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 goody. Every little thing is for me. Oh, it's locked.
There best be a stiff bottle waiting for me if I ever manage to make it out of this barrel.
Last time I heard someone in this much distress, they downed a whole bottle of liftoff on a dare.
Oh no, it's no.
Glorious Dawn. Hey, they're calling for me inside, but I lost my key. Can you help me out?
now?
Yes.
Sure, whatever. Take it. Just be mindful what you touch after. Might have zeranium on it. And if you don't return it, I'll slap you silly with my zeranium-covered hands. But until then, leave me and my burning bits alone.
Thank you. Our holy salvation. Come on, you two idiots. This way. No. That's what I was afraid of. Ow.
Lift me up. I do it for you.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal. Not walking this off. Stand me back up. You have my back. Not getting up without help, Commander.
Really?
Need some help.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
If you stop dying every 2 seconds.
Back in business.
Oh. Yeah, pick it up.
Help me end this fight on my feet. Looks like a fight. Back in business.
Knew you had my back. Get me in. Help me out.
Niles, you idiot.
Armed and ready.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Someone talk. Not quite charged yet. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Jeez. Are useless. Show yourself. I kinda don't want to, because you keep shooting at me. Why do I hear sprats all over the place? Only we are correct. Yeah, but no. Big spring. Are you behind that closed door or something? Or what is it? Experimental locker key. I like experiments. There, what? You are up there. Yeesh. The dawn of a glorious betrayal. Oh, you. Hi.
Hey, you! Let me out of here! Let me out!
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have
Language
preferred you
lady.
left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Asa. You are?
Remarkably chipper. Mostly somebody who generally stumbling into the wrong place at the worst time. Like now.
No need for such false modesty. If you hadn't come along, I may have been done for.
You can thank me later. What's the story with this whole glorious dawn
We
thing?
are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the race.
Enlightened?
Despite
Really?
our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught.
Enlightened. And what truth would that
The
be?
rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection.
Oh god. They are just Atom. The cult of Atom. Really believe the rifts are some gateway to paradise. And your now deceased fellow enlightened individuals betrayed you. Any idea why?
None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with uranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts.
Oh, excuse me. Really believe that the rifts are some gateway to paradise. I always enjoy some good revenge killing. Anything else you need help
There
with?
is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course.
Sure, what could
Nothing
possibly
that
go
we'll live
wrong?
to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
Niles, head back to the incognito.
Sure, Commander. But I'd watch myself around this one.
It'll be
Well, what are we waiting
fine.
for? Let's go kill us some traitors. I can't believe I'm surrounded by idiots. Not you, I mean the other idiots.
Guessing you mean the idiots who betrayed you. What exactly
They
happened?
betrayed me. They betrayed the Dawn. They need to die. What more is there to know?
How about why they did
Who
it?
can say what drives those who have clearly lost their minds?
I ain't got anything nice to say here. You take this one.
That's not very nice, Inez. What can you tell me about the N-ray place we're going to? It's dangerous?
It will be for the swine who betrayed me. Oh, you mean the range itself? It's a site for developing and testing N-ray technology. N-rays can be deadly once processed, and they should be fairly contained, though I wouldn't put it past those fools to have meddled with things beyond their comprehension. I just hope they haven't all gotten themselves killed before I've had a go at them.
Okay.
Such as?
Mentioned something about the rifts being a gateway to
The
paradise.
rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection.
No, they're
They
not.
produce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The
That part is
rifts
true.
are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering.
peace and unity with the architect themselves.
Right.
Yes, oh, isn't it truly glorious?
Oh. What about you, though? Like to know who I'm traveling with. It's nice to know what we have to look forward to.
Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story.
Like my life when it had little worth, still trying to figure out how I ended up here. Seems like you're avoiding the question.
Why would you accuse me of such? I've nothing to hide. Whatever I do now is sanctified, and the specifics of my past are of no merit. The glorious dawn gave me a new life, and wiped away the old.
So why did it need to be wiped away?
My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein.
Psycho. Charming metaphor notwithstanding, I'm still interested to hear more about your life.
Still not interested?
Interesting new partner. Is one way to put it. Plated ghillie suit. Covert ghillie hood. Death sentence. Doom counter. Iranian filters. This Iranian poisoning is gained 50% slower, and that's actually helpful. You have gained death sentence. Sentence. What are you? Just a lever action, or no, it's not a lever action, it's a bolt. No, it's also not a bolt. A pump, that's it. Pump reloaded rifle. But there's goodies here, and that's what we're all about. The uranium fumes on the extractor floor continue to be a sizable issue for our automax. It seems that no matter how well we try and seal the joints, the gas finds its way inside. The repair crew recommends we increase the airflow from the venting vents by at least 25%, or the fumes will continue to disable automax at a rate we can barely match with repairs. Thank the law that we have these machines to do the floor work. I shudder to imagine what would happen if humans had to work down there. Uranium toxicity levels 2%. Venting control. That is active. Bypass shunt and hack 3. I think we have hack 1, right? No, we don't have any hacking. Okay. That's a colorful wall decoration. Tap to you too. Hmm? I figured out that part. You see a partially disassembled auto dock. You might be able to salvage parts and chemicals. Strip for parts, extract healing. Medic D. Medic 0. Okay. Strip for parts. Synergy booster. Companions gain 20% damage resist while the player is below 50 health. Ah, that's helpful. Uranium fumes are eroding our mechanicals. Pumping continues problem. Decommission. Gain gears. Okay, so we've picked up boxes of stuff. Is it for this thing to be reassembled or fixed or something, or? More pity. All of the bitties are for me. I hear you, little creatures. I hear all kinds of creatures, but where the bloody hell are they? What do we have here? Just a way to sneak in so we can take them out from stealth, or?
There are easier ways to get in a quad workout, Commander.
It's fine. Yep, it's just a sneaky way to get inside. New recipes. There. Explosive rounds for the marksman rifle. That actually might be helpful. Light damage, resist while crashing. 10% chance to gain bonus material. Uranium filters. Lit fuse. Dealing explosive damage grants temporary health. That's helpful. Malpractice. While crashing, damage, and medical kit. So if we put the uranium filters on that, we can actually get rid of that quick. Got nothing for you guys, right? Biomass, scrap metal. Beam grenade. And that seems painful. Plasma grenade. Wait for now, I guess. Break down. Down. Cultist armor. You no longer take damage from burn. Nope. Pistol. Plasma pistol. Corporate drone armor. Is that the one that we were said that we were gonna keep? Good enough for now.
Why does it burn so bad? No, there was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now why didn't I wash them first?
Well, that's what folks usually wear gloves when they play with this stuff. Anything I can do to help?
No,
I've got a much better way to end his sub.
What?
Enemy spotted.
Wrist weapon prime.
That's just nope. I don't know why Asa was so keen on killing him. Plus, her melee is Kinda impressive, but also gets in the way of me shooting. Really not that helpful. For you, Scrapper. Where are you running off to? Oh, okay. There we go.
You want trouble? They took my Trina time! Time to...
Yeah, that works, I guess. It's not as impressive as I hoped it would be. And definitely not as strong. As it should be. Damn stupid angry order guys took our base. They killed some crew too. Ask Auntie for some help. Auntie no help. We even tell Auntie Adrena time in base. Auntie no care. So the scrappers are the Adrena time junkies. Ah, crap, I went the entire wrong way. Of course I did. Why am I even surprised? I'm pretty sure nobody in chat is surprised that I'm going the wrong way. Let's check out that building. Hopefully there's not many more of those order weirdos. For Arcadia, no sacrifice is too great. Here. As long as the corpos don't have to sacrifice themselves. It's very bright in here. Like very, very, very bright in here. What in the world? Just a miner. What? Arachnids. Useless. Shit. That's also useless.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Who needs to die? Everybody. This doesn't seem like a good place to be. Haha, got you. Got you, little thing.
Look alive, Commander.
And then full stick. Well, that's not helpful. And I'm going the wrong way again. Never mind. Back on track. Gothic armor. I mean, it looks very spiky. Very spiky. Got 3 grenades out of the air. Oh. I shot my own grenade out of the air. That's helpful.
Hold a grudge, you know.
There we go. Help. Easy peasy. They're all dead. Squeezy. I'm off to bed. Have a good rest of the stream. Like and sub, everyone. Have a good one, Derek. Thank you very much for hanging out and having fun with us. Hope you have a good night rest, and we'll catch you in the next one. Now, you won't be missing much, because I am gonna be calling it relatively soon. Because I kind of want to get that compression coil up here, and then that's gonna be it. And it's literally on the other side of the wall. Darn it. More cultists here? Because it looks like it's a cultist spot. All the drawings and stuff. Who is whispering? Supplies. Expression coil, 6 of 15. Well, that's... How the hell are we gonna need... We need way more than that. Return to the bounty terminal. Hey. Who was laughing? Really? Darn it. Right. Come on, turn around, ladies. Where the hell did she go? There we go. That is going to be it for me for today. We're gonna fast travel all the way to where we have to deliver the coils to Durban. And we will pick up next time with talking to Durban, delivering the coils, and see what happens from there. For now, I'm gonna say thank you all very, very, very much for watching. I hope everybody had as much fun as I did while playing. We will hopefully be back tomorrow with more Fallout 76. We will see what the update brings. Hopefully the new mini season and stuff is all gonna be fun. But we'll see. For now, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have fun with whatever you're doing. Have a fantastic day or night. Hope to see you all next time. Bye bye, everyone.
Kaboom.